Pisces. Let's get into a reading. So Ella is on some today, so this video may be interrupted. When I come home, everybody was asleep, and I don't know if it's my energy or if everybody's glad I'm home. I'm not sure, but now everybody's awake and they're bright-eyed, they're bushy-tailed, and they're on a one-way train to own my nervesville, okay? So we will see. We will see what's going to happen. I'm going to bring in an energy around a reading. So the reading that I'm picking up on today is about a balance happening in your life. About a balance happening in your life, leading to consistency. Now here's the thing. I feel like there is someone here that I'm about to bring in where you have a bond with them. A bond that maybe has not been spoken of. For some of you, they've not acknowledged it. For some of you, they've ignored it. But there's a bond nevertheless. And what they're telling me is this is such a deep bond that no matter the time, the distance, the space, it cannot be broken. But what they want you to know is that this person is continuing to ignore their feelings because they have a fear. And if they're going to allow fear to dictate their choices in life, they will get a fear future. So here's an example. I know of someone personally who would not drive the whole time she was in her 20s, okay? Now that she's driving, she looks back and she goes, that wasn't as scary as I thought it was. All those times I had to miss places because I didn't drive because I was scared. Damn. I look back and I regret missing all these parties, missing all these get-togethers, being able to get out of the house, having those moments. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I felt like my prime years was 19, 20, 21, 22, well, 19, 20, 21, maybe 18 too. That's when you hang out with your friends. You get to know yourself as an individual. Who am I? What do I want to be? Where do I want to go? Where do I belong? Those can be your make it or break it moments. But in that moment, because she was so fearful, she didn't allow herself to progress in life the way that we did. So she missed out on things that she was invited to. We would have even over-accommodated to allow her to come, yet she would be so scared. But what if this happens? Well, what if it... And that fear, the fear dictated what her future looked like to the point where she got... where fear didn't matter anymore. She didn't care how scared she was. She didn't care if she thought a wreck was going to happen and it might take her life. She recognized that the fear no longer outweighed the want and the urge to be a driver, to be able to get out there and go hang out with friends and meet people when she wants to meet them and not feel like she's being left out simply because her fear is dictating her choices. That's what I'm saying here, okay? Now, this is what I'm going to say. I think this person could be losing sleep. I think this person could be a little anxious and stressed. But I'm also feeling like your guys' timelines have shifted. I would even go as far to say that you and this person has not ran into one another. There's no Ben. There's no Ben. Somebody's name could be Ben. Because there's no Ben. Why am I not ever seeing Ben? There's never been a coincidental, oh my God, I'm here to get my oil changed and so were you. That's random. That's random. For some of you, that's not happened. And you're kind of asking why. And the reason why is because timelines have shifted. I feel like you guys no longer align energetically. I feel like the sides of you that needed to temper have been tempered. I feel like this person brought a lot of balance and healing into your life, which was exactly what they were supposed to do. But I also feel for some of you, this is what I was about to say. I was about to say, but I don't know if you guys are going to have another chapter. And do you know what I started hearing? The rest is still unwritten. The rest is still unwritten. That's a song. Staring at a blank page before you. Somebody could be wanting to write you a message or a letter. So someone could be like staring at something. I should say something to you. I should reach out. I should. Because they feel like this cycle isn't over. But for some of you, you could feel that distance is growing and that you guys are flourishing separate, and it's going to make it to where you guys might not be able to actually come together if and when the time is right because you feel like it's never going to happen. I would say this: if there's too much time, it can make you completely different people to where you recognize, oh wait, we were not supposed to be together ever because we have grown so separately, so differently, that who I am now, I don't understand you and I don't know how to understand you. I don't think I could love you the way you needed to be loved. Some of you could be kind of feeling that way. Now, this is what I'm feeling. I don't know if that's true. I feel like that's the truth that you tell yourself to let it go. And sometimes that's what you got to do. If you don't got truth, if you don't got closure, if you don't got clarity, guess what? We can give it to ourselves, okay? So I do see that there could be a cycle being completed here. And that could be part of the cycle, is you saying, no, it's over. This chapter's done. Distance is growing. We are flourishing. Surely we got to be flourishing separately because we're not together. I do want you to know this. I feel like for what it's been worth, this has been as true as it can be, especially in that moment, especially when they were ignoring certain things that they didn't need to ignore, things that now kind of keep them up at night, feeling like they wasted time. And I would vote that they're wasting more time. I've been unsure how to tell you how I truly feel, which is why I've been keeping my distance from you. That could also be the sleepless nights. Not only are they unsure and they're unsure how to tell you and they're unsure what they truly feel. Do I want to be with you because we haven't been together? Do I want to be with you because you're something important? This person's an overthinker. It's like they want to figure something out that's not going to be able to be figured out. This person might be like a math teacher or a scientist. This is giving me the energy of someone who wants 100% confirmation. I don't like the gray area. I want to know if it's going to be successful, or I want to know if it's going to fail. I want to know if me and you are going to be together and it be a flourishing, healthy relationship, or if me and you is going to be toxic. And if I don't know what that looks like, I'm not taking action. That's this person's energy. And that could be something that's kind of stressing them out because, again, fear will have you thinking that you're protecting yourself, but then looking in the far future that you didn't protect yourself. You just made a fear-based reality, a reality where maybe things that you really want aren't there because you were scared. And if they don't take action, or if they don't try to fix this when they truly feel it isn't over, but they're not taking action, they're going to beat themselves up for a long time over it. This is so sad. But maybe the confusion and illusion is what's keeping them so conflicted, keeping them so like on edge, on guard. Well, there's a lot of ways this could turn out. There's a lot of things that could take place. There's a lot of options. Okay, what do you need to know about this person? What you need to know is that they could have a way of thinking that isn't necessarily fair-minded or just. So this could be someone who really feels that their perspective is 100% right, and it's really hard to get them to change their mind or change their perspective. They could even be the kind of person where they will stand up for a cause, really thinking they're doing what's right, but then not being able to see till a while down the road that they had a distorted view. So this person is very, I would say, passionate, creative, emotionally fueled. However, they do have the tendency to maybe not give to things that would be fair for them because it would be too much of a gamble. Okay, how do they view you? I'm hearing that song again. Something in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. They view you as someone who's maybe keeping close to themselves, staying very close to your chest. So they view you as someone who's a little guarded. And they view you as someone that's been disappointed. This has been coming up a lot. So I don't know if some of you have went through like a recent heartbreak and disappointment, but there's been a lot of energy of They're heartbroken. They're disappointed. They hate me. So this person could view you as someone who's heartbroken, disappointed, and you kind of hate them. Don't leave me alone. Like, that's your energy. You done enough. You hurt my feelings enough. You broke my heart enough. You disappointed me enough. I don't need anything else. Thank you. That could be how this person's feeling about you or viewing you. They could also feel like you're the kind of person that when you're disappointed or when things aren't going the way that you want, you kind of shut down and deal with it on your own. So some of you, when you were little, there could have been a tendency for you to have to deal with your emotions on your own. Go to your room, figure it out. When you've adjusted it, then you can come back out and join us. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here, okay? How do they currently feel for you? This person could be getting caught in a rainstorm here coming up. Like, they kind of caught in a rainstorm where they have a doctor's appointment and they have to run into the doctor's appointment, but it's also like pouring rain at the moment kind of thing. That could be happening just as confirmation, which I don't know if you would know that that's going to happen to them, but if they're watching me, they could be like, oh my God, she's right. How do they feel for you? How do they feel for you? So this is someone who feels like you guys could build something successful. They recognize you, but this is someone who's very slow moving, so slow moving that it feels like it's not getting there. So this would be the kind of relationship where you guys have been together for 5 years. You ain't talked about having children. You ain't talked about getting married. You ain't talked about any of those things. That could be how slow moving this person is. Now, in their mind, they might think, well, if I'm talking to you, if I'm dating you, that obviously means I see success and victory with you. I recognize you. Do not assume that people know how you feel and what you think and what you view the future to be. That could be this person's energy, and that could put your guys' relationship or dynamic in a place of, okay, they want to put effort in, they want to bring in dedication, but they move so slowly that I don't feel like this is progressing at all. Again, that would be the people who date for 5+ years. They don't live together. They don't have kids together. They don't have animals together. They don't travel together. It's like they're still dating, but they're dating like you do when you first get to know one another. Nothing's progressed. And yeah, this person might have the intentions of progressing things, because again, remember, this isn't over. The cycle's just been completed, but this door isn't closed and locked. This isn't over. They feel that you guys have unfinished business, mainly because they've been unsure how they really feel. And they've been trying to figure out how they feel because they've been ignoring their feelings. Now, where have you been on this journey? I feel so bad for you, and I'm going to tell you why. I feel so bad for you because if you've not been ignoring your feelings and they have theirs, that can really feel defeating, and that's not fair to you, okay? So where have you been? You've been at a place where you're like, I mean, I have good memories of them, but the cycle's over. The cycle's done. So both of you are aware that a cycle needs to change. Something's got to shift. This ain't working the way that it's been working. So there is an awareness here that what you guys have been doing isn't working anymore, okay? But, so you're feeling really good on your own. You're like, you know what? I'm confident. I'm independent. You could even be feeling an energy of, do I want to be single? Maybe not. But does anyone bring value into my life? Maybe not. So I'm fine just where I'm at. That's your energy. Okay, let's get more. Yeah, and you could be really pouring into your home, your animals. Some of you could be redoing your home, decorating your home, pouring into nieces, nephews, cousins, neighborhood children, your babies. I see you really pouring into things that you are proud of. So that reminds me of a man going outside and working on the home, making it look nice, pressure washing it, get the concrete ready so it looks good for winter, getting everything done. That's what I'm getting here. That could be how this person views you as well. But that's kind of where you're at. You're at a place where you're like, well, when I think about the past, I think about them being a soulmate. I think about them being someone where I had good memories, but I also feel like they were a joker, they were a trickster, they were a manipulator. So you might not necessarily view this person in the best light. Yeah, you view them as someone who is kind of secretive. The moon is an energy of like, figure me out. But you can't ever figure me out because I'm not going to let you. But I want you to figure me out. You could also view them as someone where you put in a lot of work and effort and I'm going to say it, you feel like they kind of breadcrumbed you is what you feel. You're like, yeah, they were a breadcrumber. I'm scared you hate me because I ghosted you. Y'all. I can't stand a ghoster. To me, it's disrespectful. That's just me. Tell me what you feel. It's disrespectful as hell. So what happened here is they feel like this isn't over, but they ghosted you. And you see them as someone who, again, likes to be kind of aloof and mysterious. And it's like, but you should want to get to know me. You should want to chase me. You should want to like me. And you're like, I don't want to do any of that because I'm a grown-ass adult and it's not reciprocal. So pass. That's kind of your energy now. You could also see them as an indulger. Now, this person could be kind of healing and resting and trying to get over bad habits. That could be for some of you. Okay, how is this person feeling? So the reason you've not ran into them is because timelines have shifted and you guys right now are not aligned energetically, which makes sense. You're at a place where you're like, yeah, it is what it is. And they're at a place where they're like, I agree a cycle needs to be over, but this is not over. This is not done. This is not, because the death to me, death card, when it comes out upright, is the energy of, we close that door and I will never see them again. This come out upside down. So that's telling me that there is unfinished business here. I miss the way that you would look at me. I just heard, yeah, because I used to look at you like you hung the stars in the moon. Damn. Okay. I've been asking for advice. I've been missing you. You're my weakness, but I've not told you this. This person could also remember the moment that they met you. I don't know if you guys have ever had an experience like that. Have you ever met someone and you're like, oh my God, this is someone special? No? Okay. Okay. Let's see. So what do you need to know about this person, and do they plan on taking any action? What do you need to know about this person, and do they plan on taking any action? What you need to know is that they're really discontent without you. You need to know that they do see that you are maybe burdened or stressed out. There is something here about this person wanting to help you. I don't know what that means, but there you go. What was the other question? What action do they plan on taking? Right now, they're hoping. Let me tell you something. When I tell you that this person is like obsessively thinking about y'all, this person is pretty much obsessed with the fact that the person that they want to build with is you. Now, I will say this. The devil could be telling me that they could be making up fantasies in their head that might not turn out that way. That could be one of the reasons they're kind of waiting and keeping their distance, is because if you don't reciprocate, if you don't respond, if you don't acknowledge them, if you don't want this, that is going to devastate what they deem a dream come true, a wish fulfilled. It's going to crumble their world. There will be major changes happening here. Major changes. So both of you are aware that a cycle needs to be completed. Changes need to be made. Ella's trying to climb up my legs. I feel bunny paws on my legs under the table. Okay, Ella, hold on. Hi, baby. Should you trust this person? There's something here about the moon. Wanting to give you a message of truth or possibly a message of bad news. So when they come in, they're going to be raw. They're going to be honest. They're going to be vulnerable. But here's the thing. This is going to be a gamble for you, okay? You've learned a huge lesson with this person. And I want you to know that for what it's worth, this love was as true as it could be in that moment. But now with who you are, with things shifting and you up-leveling energetically and you shifting timelines and becoming a different person because of this person, you now have to ask yourself, not only have I learned that lesson, but do I now see this person as my blessing, or do I see this person as a weight to my ankle that's going to keep holding me down and keep reminding me that at one time I wasn't enough for them to figure out what the fuck they were feeling. I wasn't enough for them to be respectful and reach out and go, hey, listen, can't make it. Or them to just disappear in thin air and act like they're the only one that they need to consider. Which is fine. You can just consider you. But make sure that when you're acting like that, those people you're acting like that to, you don't want to talk to them again. Because I'm going to be the first one to tell you, if I make plans with you and you ditch me, you leave me high and dry, we will never speak again. Ever. As long as it's got to do with me. If you reach out to me, we may chat, but I will not reach out to you again because it's disrespectful as hell. So this person disrespected you on a level, baby. They disrespected you. And now they got to try to come in and make it right because they want to make it right. But one of the problems is going to be is that you have to decide whether or not you want to take this person back. And what does your intuition tell you? Because when this person comes towards you, your third eye is going to be screaming, you know what the reality is going to be, and don't lie to yourself. Whether that's good, that's bad, that's ugly. And I don't think you will. But I do think that you're being honest enough to say, this once defeated me. This once felt like it put me in a battle that I didn't choose to be in. Do I now trust them not to do that again? Do I now trust them to have my back and not push me to the wolves whenever it's inconvenient for them? You have to decide. But again, this person's got some sort of mindset when it comes to like emotional fulfillment and what that looks like. And when I tell you in their mind, it's you, that could be one of the reasons it's kind of so intimidating to come towards you. Because if you do decide, no, you're not my forever. No, this isn't what it's supposed to look like. Nope, you don't fulfill me on that way. Nope, I can't trust you. If you decide any of that, that is going to be the end of their fantasy. That's also going to be the end of this cycle. And this will be completely over. So this is a huge make it or break it moment. But they are terrified that you hate them. Damn. Okay, leaving it here. Have a blessed day.